The next day we left for San Diego, which is where we had our honeymoon, and it was great to go to San Diego. We got there, it was perfect weather the entire time, and his mom warned me, if you go to the ocean, you're not going to be able to get him out of the water. He is a water baby.
Good luck getting him out.
And it was very true, and I actually almost got swept out into the ocean, and he had to stop me, and he pulled me back up.
I'm not that powerful of a swimmer.
But you got me.
But just the waves just kept on coming in and they were going over the top of your head.
Yeah, I couldn't get a handle on it.
And so I had to tell her, when the wave is down at its lowest, kind of crouch down until your feet touch and then you push up. Anyway,
we spent several nights at the beach. We went to the San Diego Zoo. We went to the Rockin' Baja Lobster, which had a meal called the Golden Sombrero Bucket, which included 2 lobsters, 8 crab legs, shrimp, steak, tortillas, beans, rice.
Fries.
It came with everything that you can possibly imagine, and
it was about the size of one of the metal trash can lids.
And so
of food.
And he ate a great deal of the seafood and was quite ill afterwards for the rest of the night.
Well, figured eat the seafood and take the rest back to the room and then heat it up there, because seafood really doesn't reheat well.
And so, we had a great time on our honeymoon, and we hope to go back to San Diego. We had a few Uber drivers who had a death wish.
And a couple that were very opinionated about politics. We don't need to get into that here.
Yeah.
And just opinionated on other subjects as well.
Yep. And when we got back here, that day it was raining, just pouring buckets, and our flight was delayed, and we ended up circling Salt Lake City for a while because
they almost had to detour us to Denver.
Yeah, and so we finally got landed, and I remember I was wearing a dress, and I had to dig out a sweatshirt of some kind because it was colder than we expected it to be.
Yeah.
And just because the honeymoon was over, the adventures didn't stop. Soon after, we got Dobby.
But to rewind a little bit, after we got back from San Diego, we took off the next day up to the canyon to go camping.
Yeah, up the Uintas at Crystal Lake. And we did an overnight fishing, and it was thundering and raining, and I honestly thought that was how we were going to die.
And she was scared. I was like, I've been through worse.
Yeah. I was just like, oh my god, this is how we're going to die.
But the thunder was deafening, the lightning was blinding.
And I was medicated, which meant that everything was bigger and worse than it was for most people. And our friend Jesse and his wife came with us, and
they got soaked.
Yeah, their tent leaked, and
their tent had a gigantic hole in the side of it.
Yeah. But we still had a great time, and caught some decent sized fish, and like I said, ever since then, the adventures haven't stopped. We do stuff all the time. We've gone to the theater, we've gone to movies, we've
done a paint night, and we got another one coming up here.
Yeah, this Saturday.
About 5-6 days.
Yeah, this Saturday, and then we also went to Vegas for our 1-year anniversary. I got really sick, like horribly sick.
Yeah, some really bad stomach thing.
Yeah, it was not good. But we still had fun. We always go to this place called Ethel M. Chocolates that has one of their unique truffles is a prickly pear truffle. It's really delicious. Hello.
Hi, Dobby.
And we got a picture taken with some showgirls. We went down to the Strip. We always visit the M&M store, the Coke store.
I wasn't really too impressed with the Pepsi one.
Well, because we couldn't really find it.
Yeah, it was like just another casino.
And so we also did some gambling, as one tends to do in Las Vegas. And
played some blackjack, some craps, roulette.
Yeah, I learned roulette. I learned craps for the first time. I am not that much of a gambler. And anyway, we had a great time in Vegas, and we even went out to dinner where they gave us a free dessert that said "Happy Anniversary" spelled out in cocoa. And
it's a gigantic piece of chocolate cake.
Decadent. Incredibly decadent.
Rich. Didn't I have to ask for a glass of milk?
Yes, you did. But the point of all this story is that, you know, I'm a schizophrenic, and I got my happily ever after. Every day is an adventure. Every day I look forward to spending with this wonderful man here. And he always makes me feel so good about myself. And, I mean, does it make a difference to you that I'm schizophrenic?
Nope. Not one bit.
Is it just another fact about me? Like, I have 10 toes. You know, it's just another fact.
It's just another fact.
You know, it's like, I would be lying to say we didn't struggle with it sometimes. We do. We fight, you know, and we fight together. The important thing about having a relationship when you have a mental illness present is not to identify the person as a mental illness, but also to realize that you're in the fight together. And
yeah. And then you just gotta have each other's backs and stay in each other's corner.
Yeah, and, you know, life isn't always one big party. Life isn't always happy-go-lucky, but a lot of times, you know, most of the time, it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing because we have so much love for each other that we know it'll see us through anything.
Yeah, exactly. And
are you tearing up again?
A little bit. Oh.
And Dobby wants to say hello. Hello. And, you know, it's just, if you are mentally ill and you're thinking that you will never find someone who wants to share in this battle with you, I promise you, that person is out there. That person is just waiting for you, looking for you. And, you know, there is always someone who's willing to share in the fight, because if there's someone as wonderful as this person right here, there's someone out there for you, and I can guarantee you that. And sometimes you just gotta take a chance and say, I'm going to take a chance on this and let it take me where it will.
Yeah, because you don't know how cold the water is unless you stick your toe in it. So
and
gotta go out there and find it.
And I would say we have a lot more smiles than we do tears. And
we are constantly laughing. I'm always doing something weird and
I'm doing something weird,
crazy, and spazzing out.
Yes, we are definitely weirdos.
Like, I'll just randomly just break out into dance, even if there's no music playing.
And as will I. And
I'm just dancing to the music that's playing in my head.
And so then that's our love story in a nutshell. And I hope you enjoyed this relatively long installment of Misadventures of a Schizophrenic. And know that if you're struggling, there is someone there for you. Because if there was someone there for me, there is someone out there for you. And that's not up for debate.
Go and find them.
And so I hope you have a good time. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to RG Tanner. And please comment below if you have any questions about our relationship and how schizophrenia has played into it and how we've managed to make everything work for each other. Please comment below. I would love to hear from you guys. And I hope to see you next time on Misadventures of a Schizophrenic. Be sure to check out my blog at www.misadventuresofaschizophrenic.wordpress.com. And hopefully we'll see you next time. Have a good day.
Bye.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on